Am I a hole for hurting my husband's feelings by telling him that my love for my dog is purer than my love for him? My husband and I have been happily married for a while and have a pretty solid relationship. It's taken a lot of communication over the years to get where we are. That being said, we are usually very open with one another. We are pop parents to a totally amazing little dude that we both adore. He is such a kind and gentle soul and is super loving. Anyways, one day while talking to my husband, I told him that my love for our furry pup was more pure than my love for him. The reason being that all our doggos exist and look adorable, and be a pain in the ass, but I mean puppy eyes. There's no layer of complex emotions attached. I just adore him because he is a dog, and he is my pupper. Note, pup in question is 7 years old. Unfortunately, this hurt my husband's feelings. I tried explaining that I feel that human to human love is more complex because it is built upon thousands of moments that interact and from feelings based on reactions to those moments. It's not that I love the dog more or better, it's just easier to love a dog than a person. I obviously love my husband very much and didn't mean to devalue our relationship, which happens to be more complex than loving a pet. I feel like I explained myself decently well, but he still wasn't digging it. Am I the a-hole?
YTA, good God, what is wrong with you? Quote, hi husband, yes I do love you, but it's really complicated, there's stuff and reasons which are hard, so I think I prefer this dog. Dog is less difficult, requires less work and input on my part, and is just generally my preferred level of activity to reward ratio in a relationship. We still cool though, right? YTA saying that your love for your dog is pure because of a natural bond formed between human and pet implies that your love for your husband is impure. Also, of course you love your pet in a different way. It's an easy and arguably shallow relationship. Relationships with other humans can be difficult and take a lot of effort. That doesn't mean that your love for your husband should be any less pure than that of your dog. YTA, I get what you mean, but you have to understand how he must have felt after hearing that. Your reaction should have been to take it back and apologize, saying your wording was not very good at all, and you obviously love him much deeper. Instead, it sounds like you doubled down on what you said and tried to defend it. That's a shitty thing to do. Go apologize. My husband and I have been happily married for a while and have a pretty solid relationship. It's taken a lot of communication over the years to get where we are. That being said, we are usually very open with one another. We are pup parents to a totally amazing little dude that we both adore. He is such a kind and gentle soul and is super loving. Anyways, one day while talking to my husband, I told him that my love for a furry pup was more pure than my love for him. The reason being that all our doggo does is exist and look adorable, and be a pain in the ass, but I mean puppy eyes. There's no layers of complex emotions attached, I just adore him because he is a dog and he is my pupper. Asterisk note. Pup in question is 7 years old. Unfortunately, this hurt my husband's feelings. I tried explaining that I feel that human-to-human love is more complex because it is built upon thousands of moments that interact and form feelings based on reactions to those moments. It's not that I love a dog more or better, it's just easier to love a dog than a person. I obviously love my husband very much and didn't mean to devalue our relationship, which happens to be more complex than loving a pet. I feel like I explained myself decently well, but he still wasn't digging it. AITA ? I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you have any questions or concerns. YTA, why would you even compare the two? Why would you talk about it at all? Also, it's kind of creepy to have such an infatuation with a creature that you're literally keeping enslaved to project emotions onto. You know at least your husband chooses to be with you and isn't compelled to it by imprinting instinct and pack hierarchy. YTA, I'll admit I've said something similar to a past SO. It's easy to just say whatever is on your mind, but that's a selfish thing to do. How would you feel if your husband said that woman is attractive? I bet we'd have a really fun first date that doesn't have any of the complexities of a marriage. Same thing. Also, none of what you said to console him was a positive thing about human relationships. You could have said something like, yeah, but you understand me like a dog never can. Nah. If I made that statement to a partner, I'd be getting a pretty cold shoulder. It's a normal human reaction on both your parts. Get where you're coming from, but many partners would get a little butthurt about it. He'll get over it, and then he'll probably make little digs about it later. Hopefully you can both laugh it off. That's just one of those things you say and wish you just kept your mouth shut. You're NTA, but it's hard to explain that love without hurting someone's feelings! I do understand what you mean. I love my cats in such a pure way. We are completely different species and don't even share the same language, but we just love each other. Nah, I get what you mean, but you could have worded it differently. Love for a dog is unconditional, love for a human isn't. Love for a dog is pure in the way that you can't stay mad at a dog when it does something stupid. It doesn't know any better. Your husband does know better, and him doing something stupid could result in divorce. It doesn't mean that you love your dog more than your husband, it's a different kind of love. Nah. Going against the grain, but I don't see any assholes here. I've said the same thing to my SO about our dogs. They are a part of our family as much as he is. He also knows I love him a lot, and would just about anything for him. You've apologized and your SO understands. Reddit people can be crazy. And the problem is you have a husband to whom you cannot express complex or contradictory thoughts or feelings. You are correct that loving an animal is much simpler, purer, in your terms, than loving another human. He is not able to get that idea. Now that you know this about him, remember to conceal interesting thoughts from him. Sucks.